What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Bed Wars. Before we get into this video, I just want to mention some kind of YouTube bug where every now and then one of you guys will leave a comment. I get an email about it. I get an email every time someone leaves a comment, but then when I go to check for it in YouTube, there's nothing there. On the last video, Andrew left this comment that I thought was hilarious, and then when I went to reply to it, it wasn't there. I don't know why this happens. Obviously, it wasn't like inappropriate or anything. It's not like it got taken down. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that sometimes this happens and it seems there's not really anything I can do about it. But if you leave a comment, I will at the very least see it in my email. And if it's actually there, I'll probably reply to it. I love it when people leave comments though. It makes me sad when I can't reply to them. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Andrew because Andrew is one of my subscribers that's been around for a while now. And he's not someone that I actually know in real life. I just think it's really cool that anyone would choose to watch these videos over anything else out there without knowing me personally. And hey man, I just want to say I really appreciate you sticking around the channel. So as a college athlete of perhaps the most physically draining sport there is, I am someone who eats more food than the average person. So naturally, when my mom and I were doing a bunch of college stuff this past summer, we instantly gravitated towards the largest meal plan possible. The school had an unlimited meal plan, but then they went even further and had a super unlimited meal plan, which included unlimited access to dining halls and 400 flexbox to use at a select number of restaurants and food-related stores. I was set. I was never going to go hungry, but what I did not expect was for the opposite to happen. I have too much food. I can't eat it all. The problem is, I guess it's not much of a problem as it's kind of a good thing, but you know what I mean. I get all of the food I need on a daily basis from being an athlete. Now, the dining hall access was absolutely necessary because I use that every day, twice a day for breakfast and dinner, and then for lunch I just use Red Card. I talked about that in the last video. It's basically just a free $8 every day. Outside of meals, I of course eat snacks, but all the snacks I eat, I just get from the weight room, the pool, or like the student athlete building, leaving me with nothing to use my Flexbox on. On top of that, my mom signed me up for this care package service that drops some food at my mailbox every few weeks because she loves me. My sister sent me a bunch of cookies, and I've got a bunch of other food in the kitchen that I haven't even touched yet. Initially, I didn't think about the Flexbox that much, but every now and then I get a text from my mom being like, hey, have you used any of your Flexbox on anything yet? And I'm like, I don't know what to do with them. A few weeks into the semester, I was talking with some older members of the team, and they mentioned a place called the Pod Market, Pod standing for Provisions on Demand. But yeah, they said if I wanted to blow Flexbox, that was the place to go. So one day when I was scouting out new lunch locations, I decided to go to Subway in the Student Union, and then I get there, and right across the hall from the Subway was the Pod Market. I just kind of like accidentally found it. So after I got Subway, I went in there and browsed around, and I was deeply disappointed in what the Pod Market had to offer. It was just like gas station food, some other garbage I was never going to eat. I picked up a couple naked smoothies and Nature Valley bars, but other than that, there was nothing there for me. So then once again, I just forgot about the Flexbox until about 2 weeks ago when I was told that, hey, those Flexbox you thought you had for the whole year? Yeah, they expire in like 10 days. So suddenly I've got $360 to blow on food in 1 week, or I lose it. Forever. Around this time, one of my friends, Dave, he's been in the UFSMP videos, he found himself in a similar situation, and what he did was he just went to Chick-fil-A and got like 5 30-count nugget trays and blew an easy $70. At this point, I still had no idea what to do with mine, so I followed suit and also began to blow large sums of money at Chick-fil-A. So for the next 3 days, I ate Chick-fil-A, and it kind of worked. I managed to blow about $120, but then we got to Sunday, and you guys know how Chick-fil-A is on Sunday. And then at this point, we were getting into Christmas training, and I figured I was probably going to need a better diet than just Chick-fil-A if I wanted to survive, so the plan kind of died there. So I was back at square one, now with 6 days to blow $240, and I had no idea what to do with them. But what I did not know was that there were several Pod Markets. The one I found earlier? Yeah, that was just one of them. And this I did not learn until about a week ago, when several of my teammates went there and just ransacked them, as they kind of had the same problem I did. So then a couple days later, I made my way over to the real Pod Market, and it was considerably better than the garbage one I knew. So I walked around a bit, grabbed some Pop-Tarts, some Eggo waffles, some toothpaste, and some more naked smoothies, and I went to check out. And then as I was checking out, I glanced to my left, and I see a rack of longboards. I'd heard about these before. I even joked to my mom once that I was probably going to end up buying one if I couldn't figure out how to spend my Flexbucks. So I asked the lady at checkout how much they go for, and she's like, oh, I think like $100. And I'm like, $100? Okay, that's a little more than I'd like to spend on it. And then I go grab one. I'm like, how much is this one? And the lady scans it and she says, oh, that one is $160. And I'm just like, it looks so cool though. So I bought it. Merry Christmas to me. And I'm not a skateboarder of any kind, but I knew I wanted to ride it, but I also knew I had to be very careful and not completely screw up my season. So after attempting to ride it, I decided that it's a pretty cool wall decoration. But anyways, that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.